It is March 10th, 2022. This is 7 months after the fire, which was August 4th of 21. After some very frustrating and unsuccessful house hunting, we put in bids on a couple of houses for just foolish amounts of money, and we're overbid, and really didn't find a house that felt like home. Liz and I came to the decision that we are going to buy a trailer, park it at the back of our property, and have a house built on our property. We have 3 2/3 acres here, roughly. It's a beautiful patch. Despite the fire, it's still one of the best locations that we've looked at, and we've looked at a lot. Little update, the huge log that was here is now gone. You can see the stump there. It was about 3 feet across and about 30 feet long. It was gigantic. PG&E removed that. All these trees, this used to be a beautiful forested section, have all burned. You can see some of the ones PG&E cut there. They also buried power lines, and that is a stub for the power line sticking up right there. So we now have power access back at our property. I'm going to shoot into the sun, as I always do, because I come up here after work in the evenings. All the trees around our house burned. The little dogwood there, very beautiful little tree, looks pretty dead. This poor liquid amber is also dead. This was a lilac bush, which I think looks deceased. That was a blue spruce that Mom got as a Christmas tree, a live Christmas tree, when I was about 13. And it was a tiny little bush, and we planted it, and it grew to be quite a large, beautiful tree. I'm going to step out into where the house used to be. This ditch was the foundation footing for the house. That poor tree was the fruitless mulberry that was in the circle driveway. Didn't make it either. Garage used to stand right over there, and I'm kind of walking around in the middle of what was our house. So our plan at this point is to buy a big fifth wheel and park it in the back of the property here. I talked to a contractor. We're going to run power out to it and all those sort of things. We've got to clear some trees. These 2 big, beautiful oak trees, they didn't make it, they burned. And this big oak tree burned also. Those will have to go, and then we're going to put the trailer right under that spot. So that is our plan. It just felt good, too, having looked at lots of homes all over the county and really not seeing anything that we wanted. We just thought, you know what, we have one of the best properties in the place, so let's move back. One of the beautiful things, kind of a sign of hope, these are daffodils, obviously. My mom planted these daffodils, oh gosh, probably 30 years ago, and they are still coming up. I mean, we've had a fire over this place. The county has scraped all the dirt away from everything, and even in the areas where they scraped it out in the driveway, there's daffodils coming up. You can see some over there. They're pretty unbeatable things. So that's where we are. We are kind of like the daffodils. We're going to come back up on this property, same as they have.